What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are enjoying your weekend. This is Aces Weekend Wrap Up, where this is a hodgepodge of pop culture topics and everything under the sun to wrap up the weekend. So let's go ahead and begin with where do I want to begin? Let's begin with let's talk about Kenya Moore going on the Tamron Hall show. So she went on the Tamron Hall show and I made a video about it. And she basically said that hindsight is 50-50. Oh man, Kenya. Of course, it's hindsight is 2020, but I had to throw that in there because she is the shade assassin, and I feel like she would appreciate that joke. But in all seriousness, she said that she was doing what she did in regards to the pictures with Britt Eady to protect her child. And a lot of people are calling BS on that. What I will say is I appreciate the fact that she took accountability. I'm really surprised that she showed those pictures at her own event. Kenya is someone that typically would be messy at other people's events. If you guys remember, she brought the band to Marlo's grand opening. And then she was also, they had that messy drama with Brandon at Nini's pajama jam. Um, so Kenya is not necessarily known to be messy at her own events. And I don't know if she was thinking that the drama was going to like stir up business for her salon, but I feel like it backfired even more so. Not only her being let go from the show, which I'm sure she didn't anticipate that happening with the whole hindsight comment, but also it's probably not helped her business at the salon. She said that people were calling and making like fake appointments, which is unfortunate. But I'm like, don't drag baby Brooklyn into it because you would not want baby Brooklyn to see the pictures that you essentially showed the public, right? Um, I just, that's not a good example. You would not want baby Brooklyn to, if she had an issue with a school bully or something like that, you would not want her posting pictures of this bully in an uncompromising position on social media, which is an international stage or, any kind of global platform, right? Like that's not the way to handle it. So I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad that, she went on the Tamara Hall show and she's taking accountability. A lot of people said that she was auditioning for her job back with Bravo. I don't know. We'll see. Andy has had his own issues this past year in regards to legal drama with Carolyn Manzo and Leah McSweeney, those lawsuits in regards to harassment on that end with Bravo. So they have their own battles. I don't know if they're willing to take on Kenya or not. But on the other hand, they did bring Phaedra back, and Phaedra has been floating throughout multiple Bravo shows, right? Not just with, her coming back on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but she was also on The Traitors, which I really enjoyed her on The Traitors. I love a good nasty Southern Belle, Phaedra Parks Reed. Now, if there's one thing that she can do, she can read for filth. Okay, and that's exactly what she did on The Traitors. She brought that, logistical mind, that strategic, law degree, and she put it to use on The Traitors. She was very, very good on there. She did not really show up on Married to Medicine, but that's why she left. And then when Phaedra left, after she left, when she went on Dancing with the Stars, because the Phaedra will keep a show, she'll keep a check. That's one thing I have to tip my hat to her. But she told them people, she said that she absolutely revived the show. To Married to Medicine, she was like, it was either me or Sweet Tea. And I'm thinking, girl, wasn't nobody watching Married to Medicine for you, Phaedra? I know I was tuned in to see Sweet Tea, and I hope that her her journey with conceiving a baby with Dr. G goes well. But yeah, Phaedra, I'm thinking like you're not in the medical field at all. You're in the legal field. You're not dating a doctor, or she was dating. I think she said a cardiovascular surgeon, a heart surgeon, but she kept putting like emojis over his face, so he was never on the show. And I don't even think they're together anymore. So I do feel like she fits back well with um, with Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. Okay, moving on from Kenya and Phaedra, let's talk about the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. Okay, so let's talk about it, right? Netflix, I know this was their first live streaming event, but I need them to go ahead and go back to the drawing board, especially since they keep raising the prices like almost every year. You guys remember Netflix was the underdog to Blockbuster, okay? And they basically put Blockbuster out of business. But in the early days, and they even have that tweet that floats around social media ever so often, where they said that, love is sharing a password. Now, if you tried to share a password on Netflix, they would send SWAT to your house. Okay. They are like, no, and they keep raising the prices. So they were glitching just a little bit too much for my taste in regards to the fight. But I made a video in regards to, the play by play in regards to the fight. Mike Tyson, who's 58 years old, fought Jake Paul, who's 27. And when I watched his training videos, I'm like a lot of people, right? When I watched Mike Tyson's training videos, the recent ones, he was a lot quicker. He was a lot sharper. Like the jabs were a lot more straight. The hooks connected. And when he was in the ring, that didn't show up, right? He was very slow, a bit wobbly. And again, not to knock Father Time, right? Because none of us can outrun Father Time. And it's a blessing to reach 58 and older. I pray that I do. Um, but it didn't connect. A lot of people were saying that the fight was rigged. I will say this. I will say that especially during, the cultural climate that we're in, if it was rigged, and I'm not saying that it was, but if it was, if he took a dive, that's a $20 million payday. I think Jake Paul got 40 for winning because he won unanimously by points. There was no knockout or anything. But I feel like, especially with Jake bowing to Mike Tyson, if you know anything about Mike Tyson's character and the way that he completely just destroyed any opponent in the past. If I can't think of one person, I mean, Evander Holyfield and beyond, if you would have taken your eyes off of Mike Tyson for a second, anybody tried to bow or anything like that, he would have used that that's a perfect uppercut. You know what I mean? Like the things that went on, and I'm not a boxing expert. I do love the sport. I've watched it for many years since I was a kid at my granddaddy's bar. And if somebody bows to you, they're essentially like, because he had his whole face open. They tell you to never drop your hands. You're supposed to protect your chin and your jawline at all times. Like when I used to train, and I used to train in a boxing gym, every time I dropped my hands, our trainer would like lightly, he wasn't trying to hurt me, but he would like tap me upside the head. And he'd be like, stop dropping your hands, stop dropping your hands. Because you always want to protect your jawline and you want to protect your core. That's why they're bent over like that, so that somebody's reach won't hit you in the gut. If somebody were to bow to you, even in the eighth round, that's still during the fight, old Mike Tyson, Iron Mike Tyson, would have pivoted, and that would have been a perfect uppercut move, and he could have easily knocked him out. He was completely vulnerable. And I'm not trying to knock Jake Paul for bowing to Mike Tyson, but I've never seen things like that happen. So when people are like, it seemed like a bit of a setup, it seemed like a scheme that Todd set up for the $20 million payday. Listen, they both came away unharmed, multi-million dollars richer. So kudos to the fighters. Um, let's move on. Just on a side note, have you guys been watching the show Alex Cross with well, it's called Cross, but it's on Amazon Prime. You guys, it is so good. Like the old Alex Cross was with, that was with Tyler Perry. And not to say that he did a bad job, because Tyler Perry, that was one of his better films. But Cross, you guys go watch it. It is so good. It's a spin off of the book by James Patterson, but the way that they conveyed it, the actors in it, the film quality, the production quality, it is such a better film, in my opinion. It was an 8-part episode series, but I hope they renew it for season 2. I'm in the middle of it. I'm trying to get some work done while I'm watching this, but it's such a good show. You guys go support it. In addition to Papa's House and Abbott Elementary, those are my 2 favorite network TV shows. Papa's House is on CBS and Abbott Elementary is on ABC. And Quinta is doing her thing. She is getting between $350,000 to $400,000 per episode. So shout out to Quinta Brunson, coming from BuzzFeed, he got money. That social media clip on that went viral when they were in the movie theater. But yes, shout out to Quinta. She is doing her big thing because she's not only the creator of Abbott Elementary, but she's, the executive producer, writer. I mean, she's basically running the show. And so those Emmys that they won, her and Sheryl Lee Ralph, are well deserved. Speaking of Sheryl Lee Ralph, she's another celebrity that recently wrote or tweeted out that she's leaving Twitter for Blue Sky. So if you guys haven't heard, a lot of people, not just celebrities, but a lot of people, period, I think they're up to like 15 or 20 million now. Maybe the number's greater today and Sunday, but it's just a mass exodus that's leaving Twitter because a lot of people are just sick of, the far right foolishness, the bots, the spam, and all of it. That it's really gone down in quality over the past few years. So I'm going to have to make a Blue Sky account as well and get caught up. But yeah, a lot of people are, and also Isaac Haynes III has made his social media platform is called Fanbase. And there's also the Black-owned one named Spill. So there's a lot of different places that people are going. I'm hoping that, it won't turn out kind of like Threads. Threads has been up for a while, and I don't know if people are really using it or connecting over there as much. I have a Threads account, but I'm rarely ever on it. But I do hope the Blue Sky takes off and that it's not filled with a whole lot of MAGA, rhetoric and bots, because that's old. That's late. So let's get into Britney Spears and her youngest son reaching out after the child support payments dropped. A lot of people, are giving the side eye to that situation. But it's just like, what is the money for if not to connect with your family? I'm sure that she's really happy that her baby boys reached out. So congratulations to Britney. I hope that their family can reconcile and, they can come together. Boyz II Men is making a biopic. Shout out to Boyz II Men. I really, truly hope that they do Mike McRae justice and, that he's feeling better. So keep him lifted up in your prayers. Shout out to Nelly, who, is not going to be facing charges because that cop was definitely a hater after he won multiple jackpots at the casino. But I hope that he puts away those substances and he's present for his baby. And speaking of babies, congratulations to Candace Dillard and Chris Bassett. Candace Dillard Bassett and Chris Bassett on their baby boy Jet. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you guys think about this weekend's wrap up? Are you here for it? I hope so. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. Let me know your thoughts. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.